Welcome to another update from Elixir's voyage around the world, and welcome to the beautiful island of Upolu in Western Samoa. This is the 14th nation that Elixir has visited since we sailed away from the UK almost 4 years ago. My name's Max and I'm currently sailing with two friends, Emily from Maryland and Nate from Manchester. We're making our way across the South Pacific and have just finished a 1,000-mile crossing from French Polynesia to Samoa over a region of water called the South Pacific Convergence Zone, also referred to by sailors as the dangerous middle due to its unpredictable and unstable nature. After a wet few weeks, it felt refreshing to be back on dry land, especially in a country as warm and friendly as Samoa. Although we managed to see a lot of the island, we couldn't hang around for long. Nate and Emily left and I picked up a new crew member and we set sail again on another 170-mile passage to the Island of Nuiatoputapu in Tonga. It was another rough crossing, but we made it into the huge empty lagoon not long before a big storm rolled through and we realized that we were going to be stuck there for a while. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, join the Patreon for more exclusive content and to be the first to hear about any opportunities to sail on board Elixir. The goal of this journey is to share the sailing lifestyle with as many people as possible, and so far over 50 different crewmates have joined along the way. After all the islands we'd visited in the South Pacific, Upolu in Western Samoa felt the most like paradise to me. Aside from the obvious natural beauties, Samoan people are some of the friendliest we've met on this voyage. As soon as we stepped ashore, there were infectious smiles everywhere we looked. Like most Pacific islands, Upolu is volcanic. The interior is made up of steep hills and lush rainforests. Along the coastline, the volcanic rock has eroded into unusual caves and pockmarks, creating some unique swimming locations.
Should I do a bomb?
Yeah, you could do a bomb. Or you could do a penguin dive.
What's a penguin dive?
It's when you dive in head first, but you're...
Yeah, he always wants me to do that.
Is it scary? Go and do it then.
Bro, I did it that time and it clapped my face cheek so hard. Why have I got to do a test then? If I hit my head off the floor, I'm going to be pissed.
Might as well, dude.
I kind of want to do a bomb though.
Don't do it, there's people around. It's such a dick.
It's quite antisocial, to be fair. He doesn't want to come up because he's in.
This was the first large island we'd visited in a while. There was a lot to see inland, so we decided it would be a good idea to hire a car and spend some time exploring the island. Dude, where are we?
Dude, we're at the Sliding Rocks in Samoa, Western Samoa.
Yeah, man.
The island of Upolu.
The island of what?
Upolu? What is it? Wait, is that the name?
I think
it's the name, right? 20 minutes from Apia.
Yeah.
20 minutes southwest of Apia.
What are they about to do?
They're about to slide down those rocks. I want Nathan to go first so he can like be humbled, you know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That is sick. Hey, my feet hit the bottom though, so be careful.
How's that?
Oh, fun. I got loads of water up my nose though.
Sean, what is this place?
The rock slides in Apia.
It's your turn. Oh, my turn? Alright then.
Just don't go, you know, like where I went down a bit, just go down it a little bit.
What?
Just don't like go from the top. Keep your feet up. Yeah.
Okay, when we first looked at it, we were both like, that looks like it would hurt, it would like tear your ass off. It's like rock.
Does it?
But it's super smooth. It's like sliding down a slab of butter.
Go up to that thingy one next and then we can come back down here after. Bit scary at first because you look, when you're at the top, it doesn't look big from here, but when you're at the top it literally looks like that. My feet did hit the floor though.
coming next?
You go first.
What do you mean you go first? Why am I testing the order?
After so many miles of sailing, it felt like we deserved some time away from the boat. I enjoyed the break from my responsibilities of being a captain, where I didn't have to worry about the wind or squalls, stuff breaking, the anchor dragging, and all of those little things that constantly pepper your mind when you're sailing. But now Elixir was in a marina and I felt like I could switch off for the first time in a while. And I couldn't have asked for a better setting, surrounded by friends in the jungle beneath the warm heat of the Samoan sun. Nate would soon be leaving the boat and the plan was to continue towards Tonga with another crewmate who was on their way. But unfortunately, due to completely unforeseen circumstances, Emily had to leave Samoa too. There wasn't enough time to sort another crew member, and Samoa is not the place where you just find someone on the dock, and it looked like we'd be carrying on double-handed.
How does it feel to be leaving?
Bittersweet. Bittersweet. Yeah, it's been good, it's been funny. Lots of good times, lots of crazy times. It's been fun. No complaints.
How do you describe the experience of travelling around on a boat to someone who's never done it before?
Try it. Find out for yourself. It's hard to explain. Good days, bad days, highs and lows. Well, through the journey we got a little bit of rain. It's quite hard to like fully get dry when you're on a boat, and kind of, I don't know, through the storms it's hard to sleep as well, because obviously the boat's kind of rocking a lot, so it's kind of like stuff's kind of just going everywhere like a yo-yo.
What are you going to do now? Are you going to pursue sailing more, do you think?
Yeah, definitely got a lot of links obviously, because Max knows a lot of people out here, so got quite a few people now on Instagram and on WhatsApp and things like that, so I'm definitely going to cruise some more boats and definitely keep an eye on a lookout for my own boat as well. But been looking and there's just not really much out there right now, but I'm hopefully towards the end of the year or the start of the year something might come up that's perfect for me.
And what are you about to do now?
I'm going to go eat a nourish because it's the best thing in town. And then I'm going to go to New Zealand for a little bit and then back to Manchester, back to the city, yeah.
It's been good having you on board.
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been great.
Thanks.
Don't think we've never not laughed for longer than an hour.
Yeah, literally.
It's been good.
It looked like there was a brief weather window creeping up on the horizon, and we made the most of our last few days on dry land before we'd have to say goodbye to Samoa and put out to sea again. We spent our last few days on the hunt for waves. The wind was strong and there wasn't much surf, but we did find some beautiful beaches. I wasn't ready to say goodbye to Samoa's incredible nature and warm, friendly people, but the forecast for the next few weeks wasn't great. In fact, there was a big storm coming out of the south, which was the direction that we needed to go, and it looked like this was the only window we would get for a while. So it's our final evening in Samoa and we're just about to leave on a 170-mile passage, and we're going to arrive in an island called Nuiatoputapu, or as some people call it, New Potato. Emily's left, Nate's left, and we have a new crew member who may have been in one of these videos before back in Mexico. I'm going to introduce you to Miss Madeline. What's your name? Where are you from?
Maddie, and I'm from California. Tropical waters, epic surf, really good free diving, spearfishing, all the things. Adventures. Yeah, good things to come and good things are here.
The wind looks like it's going to be about 15 to 20 knots on the beam, so it should be fairly quick. And yeah, we're going to go for like 2 nights and a day, so potentially if we arrive super early on Sunday morning we're gonna have to slow down, but yeah, this is the plan and we're gonna get out of Samoa. It's been great, but it's time to leave. Onwards to Tonga, double handing. Ew. The islands of Samoa and Tonga are all relatively close, and we didn't have to do a big passage again until we sailed to New Zealand. Now we're about to sail just shy of 200 miles, which would take around a day and a half, which is only a short hop in comparison to all the other big passages that we've done since leaving Mexico. With a crew of 2, we take it in turns to do 4-hour watches, which is a little bit more tiring as you never really get more than 3.5 hours of sleep. But we only had to put up with it for 2 nights, and Maddie is also a very experienced sailor, so I felt good about the crossing. Like Samoa, I'd heard great things about Tonga. It felt like I was slowly falling in love with the South Pacific, and it felt so good to be cruising around on Elixir and have the opportunity to share it with so many of my friends. We just left Samoa, or we left Apia capital of Western Samoa. The wind is a bit light and fickle here because we're in the wind shadow of the island and there's a bit of swell coming. It also feels like Elixir's got some stuff growing on the bottom because she's a little bit sluggish. We should have cleaned her before we left, but we didn't because there wasn't time. We just need to clear some distance from this island and get into some clean, consistent wind, and I reckon we'll be flying along throughout the night. Yeah. It's the second day of our passage to Nuiatoputapu, and we had another 24 hours of just squalls rolling through one after another. I think I saw the first one at about 5 o'clock this morning, and then there was like 5 hours of just squall after squall after squall, each one bringing like a little bit of rain and some wind, and it's pretty tiring because you have to always like reef the sail, put it back out again, reef it again. It seemed like every half an hour we're having to like a sail adjustment. The wind has freshened now, probably like 16, 17 knots, like just on the beam, and we're flying along doing like 6.5, 7 knots, and we will be in Nuiatoputapu tomorrow. How are you finding the sail so far?
Happy to be out at sea. It's cool to be, yeah, like very offshore sailing where the seas are just like a lot bigger and it's kind of just more churned up. And you can just tell there's a lot of water moving around.
What are the highlights?
The highlights? Well, the ramen you just made was really good. So that was really good. And then such nice warm weather. And even though there's squalls come, it's kind of fun and enjoyable. And it's nice to be out here. The stars have been amazing. Yeah.
We did a good job in timing our arrival with sunrise. As you can see, there's this very volcanic island just to starboard. And we've had a few waves coming to the cockpit because it's quite windy. We had to put 3 reefs in the main so that we'd slow down enough to arrive at sunrise. And there in front of us we have Nuiatoputapu. As you can see, it's quite a flat island with like one little hill. And yeah, it's been pretty windy. We've made good speed. Yeah, we're literally like 2 miles away. So we'll just switch the engine on in a bit and then motor into the lagoon. Hopefully it's a nice protected anchorage because it looks like the next few days are going to be quite windy, so we might be stormed in here for a little bit. The pass leading into the island was tight and poorly marked, and I would definitely not want to be doing it at night, but thanks to Navionics and Maddie keeping a lookout on the bow, we made it safely through the pass and into the lagoon. The anchorage was well protected with tall palm trees that offered good protection from the wind, and it looked like a good place to wait out the next bit of weather. There were no other boats around and only a few houses ashore, and from the forecast it looked like we'd be spending at least the next 10 days here. Wait. Thanks for watching another update from Elixir's voyage around the world. If you could please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and if you could just engage with this video, so like, comment, share, send it to one of your mates, I'd be very grateful. If you want to see more from this voyage, then join the Patreon. There's more content there. I've been writing a monthly newsletter called the Elixir Express where I share what's going on the trip in real time, as well as everything that I've learned from this voyage. It's also the first place where I'm going to post any opportunities to sail on board Elixir, and I'm already starting to fill up my crew list for 2025. So if you want to get on board, then join the Patreon. And yeah, thanks again for following this journey. It's really cool how many people are invested in this trip. It means a lot, and I'm really excited to carry on sharing it all with you. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.